the Royal Daily Tea YouTube channel. Please be advised all of my videos are for entertainment purposes only, based 100% on my own opinion, my own theories, and my own research. All of my information can be found on the public domain and falls under the fair use guidelines. Please feel free to do your own research. Hello and welcome back to the Royal Daily Tea. I took a few days off, guys, for a mental health break, so I do apologize for my absence, but I definitely needed a break. So as we know, Prince Andrew, better known as Randy Andy, has been a naughty, naughty boy. He's been up to a lot of bad things, and we're going to get into that right now. But I'm going to go on record and state that Andrew is innocent until proven guilty. So we have to make sure that we legally state that, even though in the court of public opinion he is being vilified and crucified. Now, in my opinion, he is only guilty by association with his friend Jeffrey Epstein, the disgraced billionaire entrepreneur. You know, they say you're the sum of the 5 people that you hang around the most, and they had a 20-plus year friendship where Prince Andrew was with him on several different occasions in several different locations, and it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good for Randy Andy. And of course, the infamous photo of Virginia, Ghislaine Maxwell, and Andrew, again, very incriminating. However, that photo doesn't state that he did any of the things that he was accused of. My opinion is I don't believe her 100%. I cannot say one way or the other if she's a victim, if she's not a victim, but I do not believe she is 100% telling the truth. I believe this is a money grab, and if it wasn't for that infamous photo, she wouldn't have a case. But that's really not the point of this video. Again, he is guilty by association, and in the court of public opinion, he's being vilified and he's being punished even before he's gone to court, which honestly really isn't right. But, you know, Her Majesty the Queen had to make some tough decisions. So last week we learned that Prince Andrew has been stripped of his military titles as well as his royal patronages. There's even calls for him to have his dukedom put into abeyance from the people of York, and there's rumors that he might even lose his actual house, which is the Royal Lodge. So people are definitely coming after Prince Andrew. It has not been a great 2022, and I have a feeling it's not going to get much better. Now, more stories are coming out against Prince Andrew. There's the teddy bear gate situation, which I have to be honest, when I first heard the story of the teddy bears, I thought it was a joke. I actually thought this was a childhood story that maybe when he was a boy, he gave his nannies and staff a hard time about arranging his stuffed animals and his teddy bears. Well, apparently that's not a childhood story. It is an adult story that Prince Andrew has a very weird fascination with his 70-plus teddy bears and stuffed animals. He needs to have them arranged in a very particular order, to the point where a former maid said she had to undergo a 1 hour plus training to learn how to arrange Prince Andrew's teddy bears, that they had to be arranged in a certain format. They have to follow a diagram, which was laminated by the bedside table with a photograph. And if the bears were not arranged in the proper fashion, Andrew would go into a tirade and scream and belittle the staff. Yes, guys, you heard me right. He would scream and belittle his staff over his teddy bears not being arranged in a particular fashion. Even when they were taken off of the bed when he was going to sleep at night, his animals had to be arranged in a certain format on the floor and then again put back in the morning. There was even a report that Prince Andrew, while he was married to Fergie, would sleep with her and teddy bears in the bed, and he would also make one of his maids play hide and seek When he would leave the house for the evening, she was instructed to hide one of his teddy bears. And when he would come home, he would play the game of having to find the hidden teddy bear. And he was around 40 years of age, she said, when he had her do this. Again, that's kind of a cute little story, but it's a little odd that a 40-year-old man would have his maid play hide and seek with his stuffed animals, and he would come home to find the hidden teddy bear. And in his marital bed, he shared with Fergie they had teddy bears. Again, I don't know what that means, but it is extremely odd. And he was extremely mean and arrogant and rude and belittling to his staff if they did not arrange his teddy bears correctly. So there's something a little off right there. There's now new allegations that Prince Andrew could go through a bullying investigation. A former police protection officer who worked at the palace from 1998 to 2004 said that he has personally reported the prince on 3 separate times for being verbally abusive to his staff, and that there is 12 complaints that Buckingham Palace apparently didn't do anything about and swept under the carpet. Well, now people are coming forward and speaking about the abusiveness of Prince Andrew. And to be honest with you, I can kind of believe these bullying allegations. In my opinion, Prince Andrew has always been a bit pompous. If anyone loves being a royal prince, it is definitely Prince Andrew. You know, he was the spare to the heir, kind of the Randy Andy, the spoiled child, the rumored favorite child of Queen Elizabeth. He reminds me a lot of his nephew, Prince Harry, you know, the very spoiled spare to the heir. They grow up number 2. They don't have the same responsibilities as their brothers do who are going to be king. They get all of the perks, but they don't have the pressure. And Prince Andrew has always been very arrogant, very full of himself, really loves the rich, privileged royal lifestyle. He is the only child of Queen Elizabeth besides Prince Charles who demanded his daughters have the princess title. Princess Anne and Prince Edward both denied their children the royal titles. They turned it down even though it was offered from Her Majesty the Queen. But no, Prince Andrew wanted his daughters to be, titled as princesses. He wanted them to have all the trappings and all the privilege that he was accustomed to. And let me tell you, the York family, the foursome, really love their privilege and their pompous, rich lifestyle. They live in this very, very glamorous life where Princess Eugenie a few years ago took no less than 18 vacations, even quitting her job at an art museum because she took 5 weeks off after only working there for 10 weeks. These people really live a life of privilege, constantly going on vacation. Unfortunately for them, they're now having to sell their $25 million Swiss chalet vacation home to pay for Andrew's legal fees. But again, Andrew and Sarah live in a very spacious home, the Royal Lodge. So there's rumors they could lose that house, as well as Prince Charles and Prince William are definitely trying to clean up and streamline the royal family. And having 2 non-working royals, Sarah and Andrew, living in this palatial place, I don't know, it's not looking good for them, guys. It seems like they might be getting the old boot out of the house. Who knows? But what are your thoughts, guys? Do you believe the bullion allegations of Prince Andrew? Do you think he's innocent? Do you think he's going to win this lawsuit, or do you think he's going to settle out of court? And do you believe the teddy bear story? Leave your comments, guys, down below. As always, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. Be sure to check me out on the Royal Daily Tea blog. I have a couple of new blog posts up there, and I'm working on a really fun home decor project. A few of you had commented on the photos that I shared on my community post. If you don't know, I posted some photos of some paintings that I'm thinking about putting in my home. I'm planning to do a before and after to show you some of my new decor pieces. So if you're into that kind of stuff where I share food and fashion, books, movies, recipes, and decor, head over to my blog. I like to share more information with you there. If not, try to follow me over on TikTok and Instagram. I post on there daily. Thank you guys so much for stopping by the channel. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe because it really helps me out. Thank you and have an awesome and amazing day. Bye, guys.